and welcome to all of our Gold viewers who are here with us today. I'm Kristen Schwarz, licensed midwife and one of the MCs here at Gold. And today I'm so excited. I'm here today with Dr. Polina Lykova. Hi, Polina. It's good to have you here with us.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
It's wonderful to have you here. You, of course, are part of our Gold Lactation online conference of 2025, and we get started next week. It's just around the corner here with our opening keynote, but your presentation is a little later, just a week later, and it's titled Developmental Weaning, a Sensory Approach to a Routine Process. Yes, weaning. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But first of all, Polina, where in the world are you?
Now I'm living in Central Asia, in Kyrgyzstan.
Tell us a little bit about it, because I don't think many of our viewers are familiar with that country.
It's a beautiful country with mountains and lakes and very friendly people.
Yeah, I can tell that because you are a wonderfully friendly and knowledgeable person here and presenter here at Gold. So tell us a little bit about your work and your professional background.
My path to lactation consulting began when, in 2007, I went into premature labor with my daughter, and I was in need of a kind and encouraging support and received it from the community of other mothers of teeny babies. And when my daughter was 1 year old, I felt that I wanted to return all the kindness I had received to our support group. And I began to support other moms and realized I'm helping precisely with breastfeeding. And Arina was my second child, and after the birth of my third, I invited to help breastfeeding moms professionally, and I started learn more and more. And the lactation consultant who helped me with my own breastfeeding, she was one of the first Russian IBCLC, and she was very supportive as a colleague as well. And she suggested me to pass an international exam. And I prepared for about 2 years and successfully passed it in 2016. For the last few years, I focus on the analysis of the sensomotor characteristics of the mother and her child, which helps me to select a suitable assistance option for the whole family.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Are there many IBCLCs in your country now or in your region, or are you still one of the
I'm
fewer
only
ones there?
one IBCLC in Kyrgyzstan.
The only one. What an honor it is to speak with the only one in Kyrgyzstan.
Yes, I'm originally from Russia, and there are few of us.
That's wonderful. Wonderful to have you here. So let's talk about your presentation about weaning. So weaning is such a big transition for babies and parents. Can you tell me a little bit why that is?
Because life without sucking is a new era for a child, requiring a new skill set. And of course, it's a new stage for the mothers too, because instead of a simple and quick soothing with the breast, we have to think of something else. And it's not clear what to think of. So unfortunately, the advices offers to moms don't work perfectly. And it's often suggested to put something scary or bad smelling on the breast, distract the baby, feed in an uncomfortable place or in comfortable positions, leave the baby with relatives. And this strange situation may cause anxiety and fear for parents. And it's important that we offer to the child is really appropriate for them, because activities that are not appropriate create resisting and crying. And of course, responsible parents don't want to keep their child in the unsuitable, uncomfortable situation. So all of us, children, parents, and specialists need a clear method of parent-led weaning.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. That sounds wonderful. And you mentioned something there. It is also an emotional process, also for the baby and also for the parent. It is, often, the parent might be going back to work or something else is happening or another baby is coming, or for whatever reason, it is decided that weaning is now, or the baby decides, right? Like, so there might be many reasons. And even if it is developmentally, if the baby decides, okay, it's time for me to, it might be very emotional still for the parent as well, because it's an kind of coming to an end of a time there, right? So your presentation is all about sensory approach, about the sensory approach. What or how do sensory experiences help making weaning easier?
When the child feels something is wrong, he acts to resolve that discomfort in a way he knows best, by
Mm-hmm.
sucking.
Mm-hmm.
And sucking helps the baby to withstand any external or internal stimuli. And after sucking, the baby feels calm and safe. The state is supported by positive emotions, and our challenge is to find an activity that pleases and relaxes the child as much as sucking. And it's not difficult if we know what we are looking for. We need to understand which of the activities the child enjoy. And some like to rock, some like to play with water, like to bite or chew. Some like to look at light or to listen to some reading or something else. And the child's preferences help us understand their needs. When we understand the child's needs, we can offer other suitable activities for them. And nice activities create positive emotions in return and feeling of safety. So when the child feels calm, he doesn't need to suck.
Wonderful. And I like how you describe it, finding activities that the baby enjoys, being creative, maybe thinking outside the box. And in your presentation, you will show us some of these activities. You have some videos planned for us as well to help with that. So I'm looking forward to that. Now let's talk a bit about family and culture. And tell us a little bit about weaning in your culture where you live. What kind of role does the family and the culture play when it comes to weaning?
Sometimes weaning can be demanding for parents and for babies, and of course, many people want to help the mother cope with the weaning, but most exhausting methods may not be as gentle enough in the modern response of parents' view, and it's a big problem when a woman can't take advice from her own mother and medical care providers who just don't know what to suggest because of their poor experience or knowledge of the subject. And the point is that the more attention we can give to the developmental or the emotional and sensory intelligence, the gentler weaning approach we can offer to our children. The more kindness and understanding in the family, the more peaceful society we form. And it's very important to remember that weaning is not only mother's work.
Mhm.
If we offer our child interesting activities, it doesn't matter at all who is playing with them. And it's great if mom can ask for help from her family and nanny. So, as with any breastfeeding period, the mother expected to be given suitable advice and support.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. And so it's also important to educate the family around her, what is appropriate. Yes, wonderful. Dr. Polina Lykova, before I let you go here, any last advice for our parents navigating weaning?
The first step of weaning should be observation. Let's find something interesting for babies that will be exciting for them. Interesting activities replace sucking, and there is no point in offering something that you find useful but it's of no interesting for the child, like reading or singing, for example. Only some nice activities will be good enough. A sensory approach is an opportunity to learn more about your child by observation. And we need to understand how the child reacts to touch, massage, stretching, rocking, light, sound, tastes, smells. And from that, we select what he likes. We suggest favorite activities during the day, at bedtime, and when waking up. And we have to explain how going to bed will take place and talk a lot about the world around us and feelings and emotions. So let's learn to be more mindful, imaginative, supportive for our babies and, of course, ourselves.
Thank you so much, Polina. It was such a pleasure having you here today, and I'm so looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you very much.
And some information now for our viewers, if you're interested in this presentation titled Developmental Weaning, a sensory approach to a routine process, you can find more information on our website, goldlactation.com. And as I mentioned, this is part of our conference, our lactation online conference, the biggest lactation conference that there is. And we got started on just next week with our opening keynote presentation that is open access. So please join us for that. Share that information with friends and colleagues in the field. And I hope to see everyone at the conference. Bye-bye, everyone.